Brigadier Khanna, a lot of rescue operations that are now underway, a lot of people still trapped as well. The forces, tri-service operations there, the army, the navy, the air force as well being deployed there. They're of course doing all the best that they can to ensure that everyone is saved. Help us understand how much difficult is this going to be, given the fact that the terrain there is also very difficult. VK Sharma was also pointing out how the terrain is going to make the job of the forces even more difficult, especially given the fact that the nature there is unrelenting. Rainfall continues, the weather changes at any moment. So how difficult is it going to be for the forces?
Thank you very much for inviting me to your channel. Let me take it firstly, what went wrong with that Professor Sharma had just mentioned about it only. The heavy rains, as very rightly said, heavy rains as well as the exploitation of the Western Ghat. When you say Western Ghat, which is basically the nature. Nature has been because the more of the climate change has again, in fact, increased the vulnerability of that particular the places. Secondly, of course, I think Professor Sharma didn't, he's the one who mentioned it earlier, if I remember correctly or something. So there are a number of places there in Kerala where, of course, the rocky area underneath is not there. So there are slippages there also. So there is, this is very easily the landslide can take place. So the landslide, how is it taken? If you see the area of the Wayanad is a hilly area. The hilly area, the top of it, of course, the nature is giving it natural drainage. Natural drainage. Now, natural drainage will come down as soon as the rains come there. So, okay, the water goes that way. But down below where the foot is, because of the habitation which is coming up, because of the slurry from the debris which come there because of the heavy rains, etc., come down, and then of course that's how the major disasters have taken place here. So all those the houses which are there at the footage, etc., they have the one under debris now as of now, and then the casualties have taken place. Now, how difficult it is basically for the NDRF
Right.
as well as the SDRF also, basically because some of those the bridges also have been washed away. Some culverts they are also not, so they are reaching out there itself will be possible. In fact, I mean, if you see here, even in earthquake, when it happened there in Sikkim in 2011, we had positioned the NDRF at the airport within about 4 or 5 hours. But it took them almost a day to reach there on the because of that. There were 30, in fact, landslides that taken place, and the weather was so bad that we could not even lift them to work. So, hence, of course, for the rescuers also, it's going to be a very challenging task. So that's the reason, of course, why some of these the aircrafts also and the helicopters they have also been rigged up for this thing. So for the rescue efforts, hopefully, in fact, the rain will come
Absolutely.
down, and of course, the rescuers will be more. But I'm fearing more. In fact, the casualty which I likely to take. One more point, which is the solely as Gadgil has also
Absolutely.
mentioned in that in the report, that of course, basically, don't destroy the nature. I repeat it, don't destroy the nature, just want to save some time. I mean, there are certain, don't play with the
Absolutely.
nature.
Right.
Don't play with the nature.
Right.
So that's basically that.
Brigadier Khanna, of course, our wishes are with our forces now. They're trying all that they can. They're trying their best to ensure that everyone is brought out of safety. We are playing the visuals right now on our screens, which are, of course, showing how difficult it is to actually carry out the rescue operation there. It's not easy. There's a lot of slush as well. There's a lot of rainfall as well. And that's making the job of the army, the tri-service operations there, even more difficult. But they are continuing this. In fact, this is expected to continue throughout the night as they try and rescue every single person that they can. I'll take this across to Krishan Mitroo there. Mr. Krishan, this is again, like we were talking about, potentially a man-made disaster, because on one hand, the geography and the topography of the area is not ideal. Secondly, you have heavy rainfall, which reduces the cohesiveness of the soil as well, increasing the chances of landslides. On top of that, there is a lot of deforestation and also activities that actually trigger such landslides. So all in all, this clearly is, a lot of people might sit today and ask, what's exactly happened in Wayanad? What went wrong? Well, it's not something that's gone wrong in a couple of days. It's something which has been a systematic failure. It's been going wrong for the past many years now, and this is the result of all of those things going wrong.
Thank you very much, Deepak, for inviting me on your channel. I'll start with Wayanad is defined as Ooty of Kerala. It is located in the northeastern side of Kerala, and it is famous for the India's largest earth dam called Banasur Sagar Dam. Now, it is the second largest in Asia. This is a beautiful scenic place, hills and low weather, comfortable weather, and a lot of greenery around. Here, what has happened that some time ago, the District Soil Conservation Department, Wayanad, had informed that over the last about 50 years, there have been 242 land subsidence and landslides, and the area is very, very prone to landslides. There's also a study of 2019, book published by Mr. Deepak Sevadasa, Impact of Landslides on Forest Ecosystems in Wayanad district itself. Now, Wayanad district, if you may have known, is very popular for number one, mining, and a lot of soil erosion has taken place because of population increase, a very rapid population increase. Now, when mining goes on in soft hills, it shakes up the whole area. With heavy rainfalls,
Correct,
and soft crest of the land, it is bound to happen that the land will start to slide down. The reports have been presented to the state government, to the district authorities, and higher ups also. But has the mining stopped? Mining seems to be one of the main reasons which shakes up the earth. I will give you an example of Delhi. Till the metro rail started,
Mr. Krishan Mitroo, sorry to interrupt you. You said the report has been submitted to the governments. Have the governments acted? Have they done anything to ensure that all of these reasons why there are landslides, they stop?
No, if it was stopped.
So they haven't. So it's a man-made disaster.
Well, it is a man-made disaster because there's no prevention taken care of in this respect. To my understanding, in 22 August to September, there were some 47 landslides in this area, in Wayanad area. What has the government done about it? These man-made and natural disasters, more so man-made disasters, repeat. I remember in 2018, a dam had burst in Kerala itself. I forget the name of the dam. And it very clearly came out that it was lack of supervision. The authorities were informed that the dam is developing cracks, but nothing was done. Ultimately, there was vast devastations, including loss of life.
So clearly, Mr. Krishan Mitroo, you're pointing out that this is something that has been a systematic failure. This is something that should have been addressed earlier as well. I'm sorry I have to interrupt you because we're running short of time on the broadcast. Before we wrap this discussion up, VK Sharma, your closing remarks. Now, one thing that we've been able to establish here is that there have been warning signs multiple times. There have been warning signs. Just in 30 seconds, you can just tell us what the state government can do to ensure that this does not repeat in the future.
Actually, there are, I will say 3 points. One is, somebody is disturbing, actually, there are
Right, all right, Mr. VK Sharma, we seem to be short of time now. My apologies to you. I think my producers are just asking me to stop because we are running short of time. But this goes on to show that this is a very important discussion, something that we need a lot more time for and something that the government really needs to pay attention to, because on multiple occasions there have been warning signs. Appreciate my guests for joining us on the broadcast.